All right, we are live. So welcome everyone. Today is Friday, which means it is our Q&A day. So if you are a member, you can click the link in the description and get logged in and join us. Also, I wanted to explain here. Let me share my screen. You can also go to, if you're a member and you're trying to figure out how to get logged in, you can go to bridgetbartlett.com, click on the events calendar, and then you'll just go to the day here and go ahead and click there. That takes you to the resource area. It's actually a direct link that takes you right here to the weekly Q&A. So you can go ahead and click that and get logged in. I did want to show you on the calendar here that next Friday, we're actually going to have Matt DeCino, who is the CEO of HO Pro Tools. He actually founded it. HO Pro Tools is a white label support team that provides support for high-level agencies. I actually hired them 2 days after I created my HighLevel account. 2 or 3 years, I feel like it's been 3 years at this point, but 2 or 3 years ago. So I've been really happy with them. So next week, we're going to talk a lot about the different features because they're not just white label support. They have a lot of other things that they provide as well. Like that is how their tool is actually how I branded or customized my dashboard here. They provide the dashboard walkthrough. So this guide here that will tell your users, basically take them on a tour. They also provide this part in the knowledge base. And so like my users can chat with them or send emails and also access the entire knowledge base. So there's lots of cool things that they provide. So before we get to that point, I'm definitely going to spend next week and not only just show you what they have, but show you if you sign up how to actually use the things, because their training is great. But when I was trying to figure things out, some things weren't as clear as I thought they could be. And there's such great resources. I wanted to make sure that everyone is really maximizing everything that they offer. Something else that I wanted to share with you guys before we get started, let me make sure that no one is waiting to get in. Okay, I just want to share a few things with you just to answer a lot of commonly asked questions that I get. So HighLevel has no updates this week because all the developers are talking about the next quarter and they're all at a meeting, and so that's why no new releases like the 5500 we always get from HighLevel. So that, if you're wondering what happened there, that's what's going on there. Let me show you also, if you look at my website, you see how there's a moving background here. This is what a lot of people ask me, like, how do you do the moving background? And this is actually so simple. So what you need to do is go to Canva, and all you need to do is just create a GIF, okay, or a GIF, or however people pronounce it. So what I do is just look for a video that's kind of something that I want. You could even create one. You could get really advanced and create a slideshow. And then all you want to do is do the share button, download, GIF, and then download. Now you can, it's best to keep it less than 10 seconds just because of the file size. But once you do that, what you need to do is go into your account, and you're going to go to Media Gallery, and you can actually upload that. So let me upload this file here. I think it was called Purple. And once that uploads, and let me go back here, and I'll get into like a demo funnel that I can show you. So we'll just choose this one. I don't know what this is. Okay. Okay, so if I wanted to make this background, that the moving background, like I just showed you, what you need to do is click on the little gear there, and you can scroll down to where the image is for the background. Click there. It looks like that hasn't uploaded yet, but I do have this one here, so I'll go ahead and choose this one. So now you have your GIF moving in the background. Okay, now of course you can play with this. The size that I like to use is 1500 for the width, And then depending on however large you want your panel, that's how you need to determine the height of it, right? If it's going to be a short panel, obviously you want it maybe 1,000. If it's going to be the whole background of the page, you may need that to be, even 2,000. But again, you want to make sure that you're keeping your file sizes small for images and GIFs. Okay, so that's the very first thing. I want to stop. Do you guys have any questions about that before I move on?
No? Awesome. No, good.
Okay. All right, good deal. So the next thing I wanted to share with you guys, and then we'll get to the questions and stuff, is I wanted to go over with you, because this is another thing I get asked a lot, my actual funnel, how all of my business works, where I get my traffic, my whole strategy here. I have literally laid out in this diagram here. So I just wanted to walk through that with you. So hopefully you can kind of get an idea of what I do and how all of those things work together so that you can utilize, this type of strategy in your own business. Okay. So my 3 main traffic sources, this shouldn't say profile, this should actually say group. So it's my Facebook profile, my Facebook group that I have, and then also my YouTube channel. Those are the 3 main places that I get traffic. Okay. So all of that traffic goes to my bio link. On my bio link, which you guys saw here, this is just a video of Sean. You see that I have my free training and tools. And then I'll explain that in a second. And then they click here to join. And then I, of course, have open office hours and all of that. Okay, so going back here, that's what they're seeing here. Now, if they register for the free training and tools, they go to the knowledge base. Inside of the knowledge base, I have links to all of the different products that I promote and resell. Okay, so there's definitely going to be links on every video for the private consultations, for the white label lead system, the white label support, which is HL Pro Tools, the reseller licenses, and joining CloudKey as an original partner, right? So regardless of what your offers are and affiliate links and all of that stuff, whatever your offers are, you need to be, if you're using this strategy, littered all throughout your website, all throughout your blog, all throughout your knowledge base, whatever it is that you're using to share with people about your business. Okay. So also included in that, of course, if they go through the knowledge base, I also want them to access my main page. So if we look at the knowledge base, because I know I'm a visual person, I want to see. So if we look at the knowledge base here, let me click here to access. If they click here, you'll see they go to my main website, right? So my main business page. So that is right away, if you register for the free training and tools, and then you get to this, right away, this goes to my website, right? But also inside of here are all of the free training and tools. So there's an enormous amount of training. If somebody didn't know how to use HighLevel or didn't know anything about marketing, this is an incredible asset. And this is also something that HL Pro Tools provides. But on top of that, I also add all of my training as well. So there's lots of stuff in here, but also going back to the diagram, you see how it all works together, right? So once someone becomes a member, they still also get access to the knowledge base. All right, so it's all kind of like a big spider web, and you can see all of these connections are because it is such a big spider web. So on my main page, it goes to the offers of, there's 2, right? So there's the HighLevel affiliate and then the HighLevel current members who are upgrading to SaaS. All right, and then those people get, of course, my whole program. Also included in the lead gen, though, are all of the tools. Now I'm using my traffic sources to promote the tools. Like you guys see that I do L Messenger training. I've done training on all of these different tools. And my call to action is, do you want a free account? Right? So I'm teaching how to use one of them. And then I'm saying, and if you want a free account, go ahead and click the link in the description. What's cool about these tools is not only do I now have the contact information, I have the opportunity to upgrade them to one of the premium or legacy plans, but I'm also going to start sending emails, retargeting them and following up with them to see if they want to add any additional tools, right? Or just tell them about my program. And what I do is, since I send 5 emails a week, Monday through Friday, about all of our training, all of that is going to them as well, right? So someone just sees a video about L Messenger and they're like, whoa, that's cool. They register for a free plan. Now they're going to get, as long as they open an email, they're going to start getting my daily emails. Okay, so that's kind of how the whole process works together, and how you can see it's like a huge spider web. So I do use all organic traffic, except there is one thing that I wanted to show you on my YouTube channel. There is a really simple way that you can run ads. And I think I've showed you guys this before, but this is, if you're trying to grow your YouTube channel, you can see here in YouTube Studio, if you go to the promotions tab, there is a very basic, simple way of getting subscribers. Now, this is only for subscriber campaigns, but you can actually set up a really simple campaign here through YouTube, and you can see it's so simple. You literally create a video or choose a video that you want to promote, and then you click next. You can choose the audience that you want to promote to. So I would choose those. You could also choose your language here. So I could choose English. And then you go next, and then you choose your budget, and then that's all you have to do. Okay, and then it will run it for you. You can see my real numbers. This wasn't a very successful campaign. This one wasn't. Actually, this was probably the best one. I'm getting this one and this one, the video of Sean, and then my complete done for you. I'm just using those videos, but I'm getting an average subscriber for about $1.30-ish. So it's really, it's definitely economical, because that's really inexpensive. And you guys can see my YouTube channel is growing like crazy. So if you ever wanted to know what you make on YouTube, here's my real numbers. So 25,000 views, 1.6 thousand watch time, and you can see in 1 month, yeah, this is 28 days, I've gotten 630 subscribers, and that earns about $736 a month. So that is the system and the traffic in a nutshell. So I do see that Maria has her hand up. So yes, Miss Maria.
That was really interesting. Thank you. I really learned a lot there. That spider web thing, that's a lot. But my question is, can you tell me a little bit about, you said you use the groups, and I'm having trouble trying to really wrap my head around how to set up the groups. I have a couple of groups of my own. Is it okay to go ahead and change the name? Should I change it to what I'm doing, or my website name, or what do you recommend in the groups, and how do you get people to go to your groups? I know you talked about that before.
So when you create a group, some people, so there's like kind of 2 different strategies, right? If you create, let's say HighLevel, because I see this a lot, people create HighLevel groups and they call HighLevel, you know, they'll call it like HighLevel geniuses or HighLevel masters or whatever. And that's cool, but it's cool because when people are searching for HighLevel, they're going to find that group, and then you'll probably get people joining, and that's great. But the problem is you're not really branding yourself at all. So if you ever, and I've changed software companies, not that I have any plans of that in the future, but just as a general rule, when you're creating your group, you don't really want to make it about the tool or your business or any of that, because that is not relevant to the people searching for a group to join. It would be relevant if you're like, online marketing for local business, or online marketing for plumber business owners, or couponing divas or something like that, right? So I would look around and look at the titles of all of your groups that you join. You know, what do they say? Like mine is digital marketing training, get leads without ads, right? Because That's really what we're doing. I mean, we're using different tools, but even if I was to completely abandon HighLevel and go with another tool, which again, I could never see that happening, but just if I did decide to do that, that doesn't change the group. It doesn't change really the content of the group, except that, of course, we wouldn't be talking about HighLevel anymore. We would be talking about the new tool, but it also attracts people who are interested in learning digital marketing and how to get leads without ads. So you want to make sure that your title is something interesting that is basically the solution to a problem that people have, right? So like if they're joining these couponing groups, which I absolutely love, the people that join a group that says couponing for, for single moms or something, that they're single moms and they're interested in couponing or saving money. Affiliate marketing, anytime you have that title, it's great. It will get a lot of traffic. But it also brings in a lot of spam. So you really just have to be thoughtful about it. But I would definitely think of calling your name something that represents the value that you're going to provide inside the group.
Okay, because not using something like make money group, because I think Facebook doesn't like that. The money there. Okay.
Even we as consumers, I think we've grown out of that make money.
Yeah, we have, but also changing the name of the group. Is it okay? Because I have a group that has quite a few people and it's like a master mindset type of group with positive stuff, but maybe I should just recreate a new one or just, would it be fair to the people there that joined for this and then change it to that? No, it's not fair, is it?
There are some limits. Like I know that Facebook is really picky when you change the page name, but I've never had problems changing the name of a group. But I've also never tried to change it to something completely different than what it was in the beginning. So you could try it, but if it's really, if there's like less than 100 people in the group, I wouldn't be so concerned about it. And if you have like 30,000 people in the group, I would definitely just create a new group.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. How's everyone else? Any questions? Any wins or losses or anything you're struggling with?
Question, Bridget, when it comes to setting a page or setting a group, which one you get more action to or more options?
Definitely. Well, they're different options. It's not so much more or less. So when you have a group, it's really like building a community, right? It's like segmenting. You have all of these billions of people on Facebook, but they all decide to join groups for different reasons. And typically they're searching for the group. So it's like they're searching. And think about the last time that you joined a group. What did you type in the search box? You probably typed in, like, if you're looking for a tool specifically, you typed in the name of the tool. If you're looking to join a community of like-minded people, you probably typed in like some type of like training or some type of like, using the word business or something like that, right? So it's very good with the group to segment. It's kind of like having Facebook segment all of these people. So if you were like working with real estate and you wanted to get realtors in Indianapolis, you could create a group that is like marketing for real estate agents in Indianapolis. Well, now you know that every person who requested to join that group is a real estate agent who's interested in learning marketing and they're in Indianapolis. So you want to use those groups to segment people. Now, with a Facebook page, though, the traffic is horrendous unless you're paying for ads. If you're going to run Facebook ads, you have to have a Facebook business page to run the ads on. Except now they are allowing you to run ads on your personal profile. So I know that I can do that now, which is super crazy, even though they don't allow me to because my account has been Just, I think when I created my account, it said I needed to verify something in 30 days, and then that never happened. And so just never again can I do that. But so anyway, long story about that. But so if you want to run ads and things, and you really, if you are a local business and you have like people are going to be looking for you, you need to have a business page. You need to have a page where you're sharing content and all of that. But if you're trying to get organic traffic, a group is 1,000 times better. I would friend request people that are in groups that you want to kind of move to your group. So send them friend requests, get them in your profile, start sharing content that's relevant, and then request that they, invite them into your group.
Other question is,
You just
go
answered
ahead.
my question.
Go ahead, Maria. I'll come back to you too. Oh, go ahead. Whoever I was just talking to first, Terry. Sorry about that.
The other question is, I know now Facebook, when you put a link in there, they're cutting that link down. Is that having an effect on the messenger part of drawing in? If you want to send out links, I know if you send out a link, Facebook will disable that link if you go through Messenger. Have you had that challenge? As far as what I'm looking at, my process thought is looking at every channel to bring in, right? So you got the Messenger, and I'm just looking at what we have in our audience with TikTok and everything, how to put that umbrella of channels to bring it in as triggers is what my thought process.
So you want to definitely just think about the end destination is the CRM. That
Correct.
has to be the end destination. So that's why I love the bio link, because that's your main link that you can share everywhere. And it's going to be relevant for every platform because the bio link has everything that you do. So now that you have the link, then it's just a matter of putting that basic link there. But when we're talking about like NL Messenger, I've not, the only thing that I would ever like, especially a cold contact, like you go to a group and then now you're going to send friend requests. The only thing I would ever share a link to is your Facebook group. And I wouldn't share your bio link. I would share the exact URL that Facebook gives you, because then it shows up as like when you're sharing it and it lands in their inbox, it shows up as, it has the link preview, and then it has a big button that says join group. So to me, looking at that, this is just my personal opinion. When I see that, I feel like it's just less spammy, like when people do that to me, because I feel like, okay, it's a group. It's not like they're trying to share some link that may be like, spam or something like that. And it's very clear what the group is because the preview comes up. And so it's like not so spammy, but it lets me see and decide if I want to join. But you also have to be aware of how you feel when someone sends you a message and they're like, hey, Terry, I see you're rocking it with your business. I just wanted to connect. You want to join my group? So I don't like to do that with anyone but like the HighLevel group. And that's just because I have people know me in the HighLevel group because I'm always in there. And so when they receive that message, it's like, oh, you have your own group. Cool. Yeah, I want to join. But if they had no idea who I was, then it would be a totally different experience for them. They would feel like, well, that's kind of spammy. Why is he asking me to join the group? But definitely what you could do, send the friend request, then create a campaign that's like 5 days after, or, maybe 30 days after they become a friend, then you could send those messages. So it's all about strategy, Terry, regardless of the tools are great, but it's really the strategy that's going to make the tools work or not.
On that, can I break in on that? If you, is there a way by tagging them or something when they became friends, like you said, 5 days after? And I'd like to automate that rather than go through all of my people in my group and say, well, this is 4 days, so I won't do it. Or this is 28 days, so I won't do it for 2 more days. So is there a way to automate that by dating with a tag when they became your friend or whatever?
Just create a tag with that date.
Okay.
I prefer to create my tags. Again, it's one of those things, Ray, where it's like the strategy behind it. I mean, you would have to think out that process, create a tag for the date, and then create that campaign. And then when do you want the campaign to start and all of those things. But when I'm organizing my tags with Messenger, I like to choose the group. And then I formulate my messaging around what's in that group. And if it's a new tool, like Pictory, when I first started using Pictory, I went to the Pictory group, like we all do, and I shared something cool I made in Pictory, and I was like, wow, what a cool tool. And of course, lots of people were engaging, and then I used Messenger to everyone who engaged. I sent a friend request to them, right? And I didn't send a link to anything, but in my messaging, I said, hey, I saw you're in the Pictory group. I just started using it. What do you think so far? Well, now I'm asking them a question, so they're responding. It's not spammy. I've tagged them with Pictory. Now I could have a campaign that goes out to them there. I could also, if they respond, maybe I would want to move them to like a follow-up campaign or something like that. But I really focus on the content and create content that makes them message me as opposed to just automatically messaging people.
Good.
That's the challenge. That's where people are like, but how do you do that? How do you create the content that people want to see? But that's really where going to the groups and picking out the perfect target audience for you to send friend requests to, you're really using your profile as a group. So you're saying, hey, you want to join my group? But really it's your profile by saying, hey, do you want to be friends? Because no other Facebook tool will allow you to do that. With your business page, you can invite your friends to like your page, but you can't like invite people into your page. The same with your group. You can't just go to other groups and then invite people, into the groups like that. You have to filter through your profile, but using your profile as a group is the way to kind of break the rules, but also maximize your marketing. Because why not? You're going to the groups, you already know they're interested in it, right? It's your perfect target audience. So you invite them into your profile. It's more fun because they're doing the same things that you're doing. And when you share content that you think is cool, they're going to think it's cool too. And I swear it sounds so not scientific, but when I am deciding what to post, I do not plan any of this stuff. I'm working, I'm building, and then I'll say, well, this is cool. And then I just snip it and then I share it. And then that's what gets crazy traffic. But it's not really what I'm posting. It's that I'm posting things that people just like me in my Facebook profile, they see it and they're like, whoa, that's cool, because they think it's cool too.
So that which I think is an awesome strategy is basically create open conversation of interest.
Yeah. We really overcomplicate it.
It's great. And you could do that with any, thinking slowly now, not jumping everywhere. That makes sense for any business to do to have organic traffic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you for that. That's the strategy in itself that 99% of business don't do.
Yeah. Yeah. Like if I owned a pharmacy, now you might be thinking, well, how are you going to get customers on Facebook for a pharmacy? It's like even HIPAA protected, right? But if I owned a pharmacy, I would be joining all of the groups that are within my service area. And then I would be going and sending friend requests. And I would be like, if I can, some groups won't let you, but I would be trying my best to share things about my pharmacy without being spammy. Like maybe I could say something like, oh, we just put a new sign out in front. Do you think the cars can see us from the, or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Some kind of interesting thing that makes people notice you in the group. Then I'd start sending friend requests. Now, inside of my group, I'm going to be more specific about my business, like, you know, oh, just cleaned the parking lot today, getting ready for, you know, another, oh, did you know that if you come to our pharmacy, you can, you know, get free delivery. Oh, today, you know, flu shots, you know, we got 10 open slots. If you need a, this is exactly what I would do if I owned a pharmacy. And there's no reason that plumbers, HVAC people, there's no reason that they can't do those same things. And I've seen, I have realtors in, because I know you're into that. I saw this TikTok video that I seriously thought that is the smartest advertisement for a real estate agent I have ever seen. And it was put to the music of, I think it was Baby Got Back or something, some Sir Mix-a-Lot something. And she was in the house she was trying to sell. And she was lip singing the song and dancing like a maniac. But in every scene, she was in a different part of the house. And she was pointing at different things, like when, and then had like captions coming up in the video, like, you know, 2,000 square feet, or check out the, you know, the drop it, or the deep bathtub or something like that. But I thought, whoa, I watched it 4 times because it was so entertaining. And I was like, I commented, I was like, this is the best ad that I've ever seen. And if real estate agents could do that, if they were brave enough to put themselves out there, oh my gosh, even if they did like a tour video, just a normal, like, hey, I'm live, I'm selling, you know, this property today. What do you think? And then just walk through with it. But it's like, you can't get 1,000 customers if 1,000 people don't even know you exist, right? So when you open yourself up like that to your perfect target audience, you're showing them, they feel like they know you now, you're sharing all of this content, people talk about it, you know? Like the real estate agent, maybe a person watching that video didn't need to buy a house or even look in that area, but real estate agents can work all over the country.
Yeah.
They might have referrals. You know, people will, I'm sure she probably doesn't even need to sell houses anymore. She probably could just make a whole business based on referrals because of the traffic from her one video. Yeah, right.
I've got a question that's, I mean, you're on a roll. I don't want to take you away from that, but
No, you're good.
I am making videos, and I'm going to need some way of showing my hands and my keyboard. And so I sent off and bought a second camera, and I plan to use OBS Studio and all that. But do you have any recommendations on like a mobile camera? Because the video I record will only occasionally switch cameras over to the keyboard and show how the keyboard layout and the exact keystrokes for someone to accomplish something. Of course, this is my vision for teaching people how to use the computer a lot more efficiently. So I need to switch back and forth, but every time I've gotten a camera up close, there are shadows there. I mean, I've had a portable iPhone or a not so portable tripod. You have any recommendations?
Can you create like a presentation on Canva of a keyboard and then mimic the hand movements with graphics?
I had thought about just the keys, you know, but I didn't think about any other ways of showing how someone would press them and hold them. And
I mean, it is, there's 1,000,001 ways to do something. But when you were telling me what the problem was, I'm doing it in my mind, and I'm thinking, okay, well, you have the video in front of you, you have the camera here, and if you're wanting to do that live, that's going to be really hard because you're going to have to switch back and forth. Then I thought, well, you could record the hand movements and then pop them into your video. But then I'm thinking, man, that is so much editing. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking, like, with all the editing that you're going to be doing, how many videos are you going to be able to pop out in a week? Maybe one, because it's so much editing.
Yeah.
So of course, then I go to how could we do that more efficiently? So that's why I was thinking a Canva presentation of the keyboard. You could even do like where you like make the keys that they need to press, like different colors, or simply do your hand movements and record that and then pop those videos into OBS and like create a scene that you just flip through. And when you're like, okay, now do the copy and paste, and then you click to play your hands doing the copy and paste.
Yeah.
Those are
Well,
just some things that I thought might help you.
I may not use two cameras. I may do something like that and edit it. It wouldn't be a too terrible problem to edit into the third scene, you know. And
yeah.
Anybody else have any recommendations for, you know, cutting to the keyboard and hands just for a moment and then cutting back to the visual on the screen? Crickets.
Yeah, I think you lost them all, Ray. Hey, I do want to show you something, Ray, though, because I know you're getting into OBS, and OBS does have, go down this rabbit hole here because this might help you. It's VDO, like video, .ninja. Okay, so this is actually a free tool that goes with OBS, and you can actually use your phone as a camera. So that may be an option for you, Ray, if you wanted to set your phone up or somehow get your keyboard. But you can also even create a room and invite people like Zoom into your OBS studio.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll share the link with you guys. There's tons of videos on it on YouTube. It's fairly new though. I just barely started like going into it to see all the things that it has to offer, but definitely super cool if you're trying to do some like really high production where you have multiple people in there or multiple cameras.
Well, I bought even a second high quality camera for thinking of switching views from one part of the room to another part of the room or something like that, you know, a camera behind me looking down. So yeah, the Video Ninja is part of OBS Studio, or it goes with?
Yeah, it goes with it. It's made by totally different people. But it's they created it, you know, as like an open source to go with OBS. So it's a little bit like clunky, not clunky, I guess. Not user friendly, maybe. It's a little like basic, I guess would be a really good word for it. So you kind of have to like figure out how it all works, but just seeing the videos of like what they're doing with it, I was like, whoa, this is something that I need to learn more about.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Maria, did I come back to you, whatever you were saying about the Facebook groups? I'm sorry.
I was saying that you answered my question.
Oh,
But then when you were talking to Terry, but I wanted to say that Hell Messenger is working for me. I'm getting all these people, but now I'm having to unfriend people. Some of these people are real big spammers. They're just pushy. People ask me about your finances, your personal stuff. Yeah. And this girl just was driving me nuts. And other people trying to force you to buy solo ads. They're getting nuts, and they're in groups where I paid to go into these groups. You know, I bought the product, and so I've gone into the groups like Andrew recommended to do. But some of these people, I think they're in there just spamming people like crazy. So now that's my added layer. Besides talking to people, now I have to manage and get rid of people and try to be nice about it, because I don't want them to get, you know, to have my information and come back at me. I'm just like, okay, bye. And then I just go in and block them and unfriend them.
yeah, I just blocked them. right
You just,
away.
you don't unfriend, you just block. But if you don't unfriend them, don't you keep them on your list and you have less people you can add on?
No, if you block, they're unfriended, they
Okay,
can't see anything you do, you can't see anything they do. It's like they just were deleted from your entire world.
yeah, I'm getting a lot of that now. So thank you, L Messenger. You do work. I'm getting people. You know, I'm getting good people as some people that just leave me alone.
Yeah, after you do this for a while, Maria, you will learn very quickly the people who are just, if they send you a message that looks like they copied and pasted it, you could use a strategy, okay? If you really want to be a good salesperson, you could respond to them, ask them a few questions about their business. You could, instead of saying, I'm not interested, you could divert the conversation to another topic, so that they don't feel like you put them on. You could do all these things. And I know that some people are really successful at it and they love to get spammed because they love to flip it and then try to sell them whatever. So if you're challenged by that and you love that, definitely. But, I don't even like sales at all. So I don't like to talk people into anything. And if they spam me a copy and paste thing, I just think they're not really ready to work with me. So I just block.
You just block. Okay, but I'll try that flip method. It might work.
Yeah, try it. You might
But
love it
Yeah.
because it is kind of fun. It's like, you tried to spam me and now I got the sale.
Yeah. Yeah. I have some people. It's amazing. I have one gentleman that he's asking about the project that I'm working on. It quite hasn't launched yet, and I'm still under non-disclosure agreement, but he wanted to know, what I'm doing, but not pushy like that. And so every other day he says, ma'am, is it ready yet? Can you tell me? Can you tell me that's building? He is really wants the information. And I'm like, it's something great. And I tell him little, not a lot, not even the name. I can't do that. And he goes, okay, well, let me know. Let me know. So I think that might be a good one. It might be, he's not trying to spam or sell me anything or question or say anything. He's just wanting to know what I'm up to, what I'm doing, and he wants the information. So I can't wait till I'm able to give it to him.
Are you sharing content about it though? Because if it's going to
Not yet.
launch soon, you
Not
could
yet.
ramp up the excitement about it.
Yeah, I could, but yeah, but I can't really get the name or anything. I'm just,
Are you sharing other content about what you're doing?
not really. I'm trying to put it all together. I'm gonna start. I have some
Because
free
then
stuff
all the
that I
people
use.
all the people your friend requested, they're looking at your profile.
I
They
know.
want to know, what are you posting about? What does your cover look like? Like, who are you?
Yeah.
Especially if you send them a friend request. So make sure that it tells about you. What are you doing? Make sure that your profile answers those questions. And then when you're sharing content, share things that, again, I always just go back to the default of, do I think this is cool? And while you're working and you're like, well, that's so cool. I didn't know I could do that. You learn something new, you discover something, all of those things, just share it. It doesn't have to be something that you sat down and spent hours trying to come up with. Just share it and then just see the pattern. You will see, I could spend hours creating the most beautiful graphic on Canva and post it and no one will even care. But if I do like a just quick screenshot of something and say, whoa, we have the client portal, people go nuts about it. It's just it's like the more basic and non-salesy, the more interested, and the people will stop and look like, what is that? So yeah, make sure you're sharing that content. Tell people who you are.
Yeah, those ideas about the pharmacy, they were good. They were good. Because you can just see how people go there and they see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand. Don't try to get too technical.
Yeah.
So,
and I know you're working. I know you're working in Canva. Like, you don't have to. Okay. You don't have to be an affiliate of a tool to promote it, and you don't have to make something a big offer. You just want to make sure that you're getting content out there. So if you create something on Canva, do like a quick video of how you did it, or do like a screenshot of like, whoa, did you know Canva has this feature? And people will be commenting like, whoa, I didn't know that. That's awesome. Or where do you go to get it? Or, look what I just created with that. That's so cool. And that's how you get engagement. And because it's just interesting. You love to look at cool stuff.
Yeah. And I just like things that are complicated and not easy to follow. It's not easy to follow. Get away from me because it's hard. The brain can only take so much.
Yeah.
Not everyone wants to focus on something so much, but
yeah. So how's everyone else?
I'll share a little win. That's really kind of fun. I was working on a project because my son owns a pool maintenance and service company, and he's actually done very well, and he's now wanting to coach other people how to do it. Anyway, I had a piece of software that was specific for the pool industry, and decided there was a demo video that was created, and I said, well, I'm going to I want to find out what the demo video says, and then I threw the demo video in an MP4 of it that I downloaded into Descript, and I created a transcript, and then I took the transcript and threw it into ChatGPT and said, tell me the main sales points of this video. And then it actually created an entire sales presentation based on the video. And so it was like, it's shortcutted and it had all the key points. So it was like taking a video that has, content in it, created a transcript of it, threw it into ChatGPT, and then it created the whole content. And then, and then I just kept asking it, make sales bullets out of this. What are the most key points? Da, 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 da. And it just did the whole thing. And it was just an amazing process that really helped me out. I just wanted to share that here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So did you become an affiliate of that software?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, you totally should. Once you build the system for your son, now you need to, especially if he's coaching and you guys work together, you build the system and sign the people up. And yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a piece of software that integrates with QuickBooks. So it's and helps with recurring billing and all that type of stuff, and the specific to the pool industry. So at any rate, it's really cool, and it saved me all the thinking. Well, what's the main points?
Yeah.
So that's
that's awesome.
Little gold.
Nice way to use the tools, David.
Yeah, golden nugget. There you go.
That's cool. That's cool. It's a good idea. Anybody else have anything? Any cool wins? Good job, David. And David, what I love too that you did is you went looking for another software that is specific for the industry. And that's really good because every industry has specific software. So if you can, by choosing a niche, you can become a master of HighLevel and that software. Now you're going to be a master of the entire niche because you know how to make them talk to each other. You know how to build this whole system. When you go to pool service businesses, you can speak their language. You know all of their problems and you know how to solve them. And you're familiar with all of the different softwares. So I'm like that with lawn care because we have Yardbook is a software that a lot of companies use. And so I've done, and you should also do training on those as well, some videos, because people will be looking for how to use the software and they will find all of your videos. And now here you are, David, who specializes in helping pool service business owners.
Yeah, the other thing that that you may have some suggestions on, I'm actually researching it right now, is data, where I can get data, pool service industry, in its pool service industry, pool maintenance people, because there's Zoom Info, and then there's Rocket Data or whatever. There's all these different companies out there, and I've never really gone out for lists before. But if you have an idea of where some of the best perhaps resources for a other than the obviously organic and looking for on Facebook or something, but industry lists, that'd be cool.
So yes, and the white label lead system is exactly what you need. So if I click on this, it's going to start showing all of the leads and the emails. But every time I do that on YouTube, it like blocks my video. So I have to, if I ever do training on this, I have to like set up my blur stuff. So I can't click on it now, but I do have training in the knowledge base about this lead system. So what you do is you search for like pool service businesses or whatever, whatever industry you're looking for. And they talk about too, when you're using the white label lead system, and you have like the pool industry, what are like the top 5 businesses that all work together within the pool industry? It could be even like real estate agents or, people that would be working to refer one another. So that's really great. If you can pin down those 5, now you can be like the master of those 5 niches and then actually have your people working together to refer one another. But that's a whole different subject. So what you could do is use this lead system. When you use that, what it does is you choose the industry, you choose the location, and then it will give you all of that contact information. Then all you have to do is click a button, and then that will go into the CRM and then trigger campaigns to send them.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
It's like so available. It's right there. I already have that. I haven't been using it really and forgot that it could even be for me. So that's phenomenal. Yeah. Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm actually, because I don't really do a lot of outreach at all. All of my traffic comes, well, I just showed you, organically or from the one YouTube thing that I'm running. But I'm going to do a training, not this coming week, but the next week. And I want to show how to use that lead system to actually, and use our software as the offer so that you can find businesses that would be interested in getting a free account of one of the tools. So a lot of times when you start using the lead system, people don't have an offer and they're like, oh, I need to get all this stuff set up, but we already have everything. All you need to do is literally just create 3 emails that ask them if they want a free account. And then, so it's really basic, but I'm going to be doing more training on that for sure. Anybody else have anything? No?
Bridget, can you hear me?
I'm sorry?
Can you hear me? This is Ken.
All right, so I am going to make sure that oh, hello, Ken, how are you?
Good. I had a question for you real quick.
Yep.
Hang on just a second. It's about L Messenger.
Mhm.
So I was going through the training and whatnot. They talked about the parts of it, but they didn't really address the question that I had on it. So you have the global segments and you have the tag segments.
Uh-huh.
So when I do the initial friend request, does it automatically send the global segments, or is it the tag that's like the default tag they would be tagged with when they friend me back? You know what I'm saying?
So when you send the friend request, you want to tag them, right? But your messaging is going to be tied to the tag. So if you, the way that you build those campaigns is you create a tag, and then within that tag, you're creating the message segments. Then you're using the segments to build the message template. Let me show you here.
Okay.
It's easier to show than tell.
So
Okay.
that's the tag segments, not the global segments.
Right. So global segments are just segments that you want to use in multiple tags.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll watch your.
Yeah. I feel like, and I know that I've said this before, but I feel like they have it kind of backwards. Like it should be like the tag and then the segments and then the message templates and then maybe the contacts and like the automation options.
That's why I was a little confused on it because I'm like, I'm not sure which one is actually going to be sent out when I send this message, you know. So
Yeah, yeah, it's all based. So if you want to, like, if I wanted to set messages for my tag that said comment, I would come here, I would create a message segment with 3 variations. Then I would go to message templates and then go to tags, and you can grab those message segments and I can use those. And then I would want to send well, first I would want to go to, when you create that, it'll have like a little thing that you select it and it'll say that the selected one is used for incoming or when you send friend requests. So actually, let me see. Yeah. So it looks kind of like this. So you create your segments, then you create your templates, and then you select whichever message or template that you want to go when you're sending friend requests.
was that
Based on that tag.
Gotcha.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that makes more sense because I'm going through the training trying to figure out, okay, what's sent when I send this friend request. So
Yeah.
right. Which I kind of had an idea that it was the tag, but they never really said that. So I was under the impression.
Are you checking out the training that I have inside my knowledge base?
No, I know I've seen a few of yours, and that's what I was trying to glean from it. But I also found some of L Messenger's trainings, and I went through all those, and I still didn't get that answer from it. So
Okay, let me show you. If you go, let me show you here. If you go inside the knowledge base, you'll see down here where L Messenger is, that I have all of these trainings here that will help you.
okay, and you go through all the segments and everything in there?
Yeah, like here's a step-by-step guide to creating message segments. If you click there, it's more than just a video. It literally walks you through the whole process.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that might work better than the videos I've been watching. Okay.
Here, I'll share this with you. Yeah, sometimes I love, especially in the knowledge base, to do a mixture of like the videos and the articles, because when you're trying to do something that's like step by step, sometimes I feel it's just better to have the images. Like videos are great for explaining like the overall process, but then when you're the one at your computer and you're like, okay, click here, you sometimes just need those images and the guide there to help you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I want to make sure that I got everyone. So if I do not call your name and you are in this meeting, let me know. So we have Ken, David, Terry, Ray, Frankie, Cynthia, and Maria. Anybody else? Oh, Ricky. Okay. Anybody I didn't call? Okay, I'm going to share my screen. We're going to spin the wheel. And for everyone who doesn't know, whoever the wheel lands on, you win 2 reseller licenses or a free 30-minute private consultation with me. So let's go ahead and spin. Ta-da! It's Terry.
There you go, Terry. Woohoo.
Yay!
Yeah.
Terry, would you like private consultation or reseller licenses?
Consultation.
Okay. I kind of figured you were going to say. You're like, I have way too many automation questions. All right, I will send you the calendar as soon as we're done here. Does anybody else have anything to share, anything to say? Are you struggling with anything? Yeah, Ray.
I'm not struggling. I was just goofing around because of the conversation a couple of questions ago for prospecting. And if I can share my screen real quick, I'll make it quick.
Yeah.
If you can see it over here, if you go to your to any of your sub accounts or your main account, there's a prospecting new, and I've been waiting on it till I'm ready to start selling big time, and I will do prospecting. But you just click on it and you get this and you say, hey, what's going on? I can add a prospect. But if you come over here and add a prospect, it goes to New York, but it's a map so you can control and scroll. So I'm going to control and scroll to my area and just click on that area and watch up here. It says fitness centers near me and then car dealership near me. It rotates until I can. And so if I can't think of somebody like a plumber or a printer or a restaurant, it'll give me all the selections that are there. Or I can just start typing and I'll say plumbers near me. And so I can hit that. And this is, I live here, right here. And look at all the plumbers that are there. I mean, if I'm wanting to sell to plumbers and that's my niche, there's about 20 right there in that area. So I think that's pretty cool. And you can, you know, there they are. There's contact information.
Yeah, you can also create reports. I actually did a training about this, and it's of course in the knowledge base, but you can run reports and then use these reports as lead magnets. So there's a lot that you can tell about this business, or about the business using that tool. Also, just to clarify, it's only available right now in the agency account. So it's not available in the sub accounts. So only agency owners. But let me show you, that is a super, super cool tool. And let me show you where in the knowledge base you can check that out, because I actually showed how you can use that. If you go into the agency, and you can see right here how to get clients for HighLevel. And then also you can search for prospecting and you'll be able to find that training that I did here.
Great.
So,
Great.
yeah. Cool.
Fantastic.
All right. Anybody else have
I got-
anything?
Yeah, one quick question, Bridget. You know how you had before part of the package the free ebooks and stuff? Do you still have that in the media? Do you still have that?
I think. You mean like all of those funnels that had
No, it's not funnel. So if I wanted
PRC,
yeah, the PLR.
oh,
PLR.
I
Yeah,
was thinking of something different. Let me show you here.
I mean, because you didn't move stuff all around. Like, well, I know it. Where did she put it? I've been looking for it.
Yeah, let me show you here. Okay, so if you go to white label resources, you'll see that I do have like some other random things here, but you also have your pre-built courses, and then you have here is like the raw files, so you can use like the ebooks.
That's what I was looking for.
And the courses, for example, you know, there's at the courses part though, they have like the ebooks, like it's basically two courses. It's like an ebook course and then the video course, and then they go together. Like the video course would be like the upsell. But you can grab any of these courses here, and then they have all the raw files, which usually entails like PowerPoint presentations and the script, and a lot of times even like email sequences and affiliate resources and all of that stuff. So yeah, you could completely take one of those and rebrand it yourself and look like a genius.
I was looking for a magnet. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can also take those PDF, they usually give you a Word document as well, but did you know that you can also import PDF documents into Canva, and then it makes it editable so that you can change images and all of that stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. Super cool. Yeah.
Right.
Super cool. And you could actually even sell that. Take the PLR products, turn it into a Canva template, and then sell those Canva templates. Because who doesn't want that? Right? It's like a Canva template that's an ebook sold.
The only thing I haven't been able to figure out with that, Bridget, is that when I send it to someone, like you showed me before, I know how to do that, is that they can't, once they get it, they either have to print it, because you can't really type in it when the person gets it, they can't. I have not been able to figure that out unless I'm not doing something correctly. When if I send it to you, you can open it, but you can see it, but you can't write on it because it's a PDF.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't write on PDFs.
So how
But I
can
mean, yeah, if they wanted to like take notes or something like that, yeah, they'd have to print it. But that's standard for any ebook. It always comes in PDF because you don't want to create an ebook and then someone to be able to edit it and make it their own. I mean, it's possible we can do that.
but at
So,
least let them write in their answers to stuff, you know what I mean, in the
yeah.
lines. There should be a way to do that. Because
Well,
if you
if
want,
Oh yeah. There are some ways that you can do that. Like you ever fill out like a tax form, and it has like the pre-fill in. Like you could do that, but you'd have to purchase a different like software to make that possible, and it would probably be expensive. Yeah, right.
Adobe PDF readers. There's I forget what you call it, but it's a Adobe on steroids, and it's the PDF reader that you can edit. I do that all the time. I import pictures or I delete stuff, make them a different type style. You can just edit just like you can a Word document and save it
Yeah, I
back.
think she's wanting like the receiver of it to be able to do that. So
Yeah.
like the receiver would have to have Adobe Editor to
Yeah.
be able to like get the ebook and then to write in it. Yeah, there's definitely lots of ways to edit PDFs, but typically they give you a PDF because they don't want you to edit it.
Yeah.
Anybody else have anything they need to share or questions? Okay. Well, I hope you all have an awesome weekend. Like I said, next week we're talking about the HL Pro Tools resources. So if you guys have ever thought about signing up or, you kind of wondered how all of that works, I'm going to show you not just it's not like a salesy thing, but I want to show you the theme editor or like the theme customizer, the CSS tool, all of these cool things that they have available that really like ramp up your agency and make it a lot more conducive to the user than just the standard out of the box HighLevel. So thank you all so much for joining me as always, and I will see you Monday, same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality.